Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool and this is Gems of War. And today, we're going to be going over the spoilers for the upcoming week of September 9th, 2024. Looks like we got a Legends Reborn event or something. So that's cool. I always forget, Holiday's the one where you, get the dingleberries, you do the 3 battles a day. Kingdom Pass is the one where it goes down the little path, and there's 2 different sides to it. What's Legends Reborn? Legends Reborn... There's so many different weird events that only come around every once in a while. I'm trying to remember what Legends Reborn is. Is it just a dingleberry thing? It might just be a dingleberry thing. But I think you get like a certain color. I'm trying to remember, man. Anybody remember what Legends Reborn is? I think it's just like a... Oh, yeah. I think I remember now. So there's I'm trying to think. Isn't there like a one you can buy with gems, and then one you can get with dingleberries, and then one you can pay for? Is that the one? I don't know. Let me know. I feel like it's been a while. It's been a while. Setting up the stream. Setting up the stream. I'm not feeling too good after the stream the other day. I hate to say it, because it's just like you guys see me every single day. So, when I don't feel well once every 2 weeks or something, like, it feels like I'm saying it all the time. So, sometimes I'm not going to harp on it, basically. But then the game's crashing and stuff, like, I don't know. I didn't play much yesterday, just by the way. I was trying to a little bit, and then I was like, getting frustrated. I don't know. I don't like when something's going... When the game's crashing and stuff, even if it doesn't crash on me, like it's like the potential of it crashing, it kind of annoys me. So, I don't know. It's just like something that's not fair, so it annoys me. You know what I mean? Like, I can just see the devs giving us 50 gems in the mail for this, when they should give us like a whole another vault event. Because people are saying now that it's crashing even when they're not, even when they avoid hitting X before the victory screen after they kill the enemies, they're saying it's still crashing even without doing that. So, I don't know. That's when it's crashing for me. And we couldn't even get through a stream yesterday. Like, that was a legitimate accident. I hit the freaking button one time, and it crashed the whole stream. So, that's why we were kind of lollygagging at first. Not just grinding the vault event super hard immediately, because I knew that was going to happen. Like, I was going to accidentally push the button and crash the stream out. So, it happened like on my first, I don't know, it was pretty quick too. But putting in chapters, I put the thumbnail up there. Hopefully y'all can hear me pretty good. What else do I gotta do here? Anything? Got that. Let me do this. Put it on the lowest setting. Okay, save. It might be a shorter stream today. Got a lot going on again. These people want to come in our house like every week until we leave, pretty much. I knew that was going to happen. As soon as we put in our notice, they were going to be in here consistently over and over and over. So I got another stupid 9 to 5 Monday thing. It's always on Monday, too. They didn't come, I don't think they came last Monday, but the Monday before that. Or was it last Monday? You guys remember? Can't remember. It was either last Monday or the Monday before, so it's like every other week. Wouldn't that annoy you if some like random person was coming in your house every other week and they don't like tell you exactly when? They never tell you exactly what they're gonna do. Just a random person's gonna show up your door. It's never the same person. Imagine if you had kids and a dog and you have to like deal with that every other week. It's no fun. That's the first reason I wanted to move out of here, was because of that. And then it all, like, with everything else that's been going on, made me forget about that part. But then they're back at it now, so. It's hard to, like, I work from home. And a lot of the times it's stuff like this. And I can't just, if they're going to come at some random time throughout the day, it's hard to stream. Because if they knock on the door when I'm, like, 30 minutes into a stream, like, I'm not going to say, hey, go away, I'm streaming. You know what I mean? So then I have to, like, cancel the whole thing for the day. Even though they're going to come at like 1 o'clock and I could have streamed, but how am I supposed to know that? Because they don't tell you exactly when they're coming. Ugh, it's annoying. Starting with a rant. But hopefully my new place isn't like that. Hopefully they're normal, and it'd be like once every 6 months, and not... I don't know. Around here it feels like every other month at least. Like 6 times a year instead of like 2 times a year. Triple the amount. But today we're going to be going over the spoilers. I'll run a little, auto battle while we go over it. I think Pharaoh Khafru is coming back. I'm not 100% sure. Sometimes, like, a new troop comes into the game, and then there's, like, this little period of time where it's not available. Sometimes it's available immediately. I think it's mostly based on, like, if you had to pay for it. So I think he will be there, and I'm going to try for it so you can use me as a guinea pig. So we'll say, Tuesday stream, I'll throw event keys. So if you can wait, if you don't have Pharaoh Khafru yet, he should be available with event keys next week. Which is cool, because he was just not this past mystic. We had a Aguara this time. Before Aguara was Pharaoh Khafru, so it's not like we had to wait very long. And I have plenty of event keys. I need to use them for something anyway, so... See, it worked out good for me, basically. I only had to wait like a month. I'm hoping that he's in there. I think I got everything ready to go. I just gotta, I'll put a chapter in to skip this beginning part. Let me jump into the chat and say hi to everybody. Gotta do this little dance. I feel like the shorter the streams are, the more likely someone is to watch it after the fact. If they see like an hour stream, they're more likely to click on it. If they see like a 3-hour stream, they're less likely to click on it. But then we like, while streaming, it all depends. You know what I mean? Like, if we do a 3-hour stream, but it's an amazing stream, like, I don't care if people click on it after the fact. But if we do a 3-hour stream and it's not a good stream, then it's like, man, I wish I only would have did like an hour. So I'm doing this dance like every single day that I stream. Like, man, sometimes I get off and I'm like, dude, why'd you go so long? And then sometimes I'm like, man, that was a good stream, So I gotta do this little dance of how long the streams are. And I always go a little bit too long, I feel. I feel like no matter what, I'm always going a little bit too long. Alright, tribute. Sound is good, alright, thank you. Alright, we got Mark, we got Professor, we got Funky Town. Michael Johnson, good to see you, man. Where have I been? I've been here. Where have you been? I've been here every day. Every single day, pretty much. I think I took one day off, but I put a video out on that day anyway. That's what I always say. You guys can check on me every single day. All you have to do is click on the channel, click on my face, and you can see where I'm at. Because I'm either put out a video or a stream every single day. I don't know where you guys are when you disappear. So, you can just click on my face if you want to know where I'm at. Because I do videos every day, streams every single day. If I all of a sudden disappear and it's been like 2 weeks, then worry about me. Even if I don't put up a video or a stream for like more than 3 or 4 days, you might want to worry, since I put one up every single day. Like, me not doing anything for like 2 days in a row, that would be when you should probably worry. That's how I always felt about working too. Like, going to work, I never wanted to miss like more than 1 day. If I missed 2 days in a row, I felt like a slacker or something. Like, I would never do that. If I miss like 2 days in a row, like a work where I go in every single day, If I miss 2 days in a row, I feel like I gotta be, like, bedridden. Like, I gotta be down bad. Because I hate missing 1 day. So 2 days in a row is, like, my limit. I'm like, no way. I'm going in. Funky Town says, yeah, what's that crashing crap about? Ruined Vault Weekend. It's because of the update. I don't know why it's crashing, but it's like, for me, so far, it's mostly been during the victory, like right before the victory screen with the little, like, loading orb, like right after the enemies die. If you, like, spam X, that's when it's going to crash. But I've heard reports of people crashing not during that time, so. Classic says, oh, here it is. Mark says, I didn't get Pharaoh on my mobile account. That's good news. I'll try event keys. It was a joke. Yeah, I know, Mara. I figured it out. For everybody else, I was just saying the rest of that stuff, Alright, we got spoilers today. Let me get them ready. Where have you been? Yeah, that's funny. Where have you been? No. Hit that like. That's what I'm doing. Man, I went to KFC yesterday, and it wasn't good. And it cost a lot of money. What's up with that? I hate fast food, dude. I need to stop going. It's just like so easy. Like, we got McDonald's one day, it was nasty. We got KFC the other day, it was gross. Like, sucks you go and spend a bunch of money and then it's not even good. Anybody else feel me on that one? The potatoes tasted weird. Like, I love their potatoes. I wanted to go there for the potatoes. And then I get them and they taste funny. I didn't like them. The only thing that the biscuits were like okay. We got chicken tenders. We got kids, you know, so we just got like a bunch of chicken tenders, like some mashed potatoes, some macaroni and cheese, some biscuits, like a family meal or something. Nothing was good. It was all gross. I don't. And then it cost like almost $50. Like, what the heck? I get like an individual potato. It took me like 3 bites to eat it, and I think it cost like $4 or $5. What is going on these days? You see those commercials with like people putting less chips in the bag and screwing you? I feel like they're doing that at restaurants too. I know like you're just gonna say don't go to restaurants then, but sometimes it's like the easiest thing to do. It's like either that or go to the grocery store and spend $300. Rydia says, Mark, it'd be nice if they gave us another vault weekend, but I feel we'll be lucky if they even give us a pat on the back. They may even scrape the barrel to give us 50 gems. I tried to say something on the forum, like, during a vault event, you can farm thousands of gems, so 50 gems is not going to be, you know, enough. Ari says, KFC is crazy now. My parents love that place and refuse to eat there because it's way too expensive. I know. The biscuits weren't even perfect. They were just like, okay. Alright, I'm going to put a chapter in so everybody can skip that part. And wow, I'm horrible. 12 minutes and 45 seconds. Cool. Alright, I'm going to run an auto battle, and hopefully the game doesn't crash during auto battles. I haven't tried one yet, so this will be interesting. If it crashes today, I don't think I'm coming back. I'll do my best to not make it crash, I promise. But if it crashes today, I don't think I'm coming back. I didn't come back yesterday either, but we were already like an hour and a half in. We had already did a good stream, so. And I laid those rules down before we even started. So today, if we crash, I'm probably not coming back, no matter when it is. Oh, come on, go to fight. Spoilers for the upcoming week of September 9th, 2024. For everybody, PC, mobile, Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo Switch. Weekly event spoilers. Alright, so next week, it says we have Guild Wars, but I kind of doubt it. It says it here. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm guessing we're not having Guild Wars. I'm just guessing. We haven't had it in like almost a year. We have a Khetar week. So the first thing that I looked at when I saw Khetar was like, isn't that where Pharaoh Khafru is from? So Khetar Underspire, Khetar Epic Trials. We have a raid event for our guild event. It says Barrow Lord Undead Knight Khetar. So raid event is the boss killer. You get the boss killer in the shop. Usually a weapon too, right? And you don't need multiples of the boss killer, but you do want to have it on your team so you get double points. It does double magic. It's usually good against at least killing the boss, but it's not as good as like a tower troop that can take out the entire team. So you don't need multiples. Tuesday, we have a faction event in Fang Moor. Wednesday, pet rescue is Hothead from Khetar. Thursday, class event is Necromancer. And Friday, we have a bounty event. Tusk Raider Orc Groshnock. Yeah, let's check out Khetar. We can see what will be available in the event key drop table. And weapons. And the Soul Forge. Alright, troops! I'll read them all out, and any that jump out at me that you can get with event keys, I'll let you know. Alistair. Anktect. Anknum. A Nubite warrior. Apophysis. Assessor of Mahat. Azurus. Bastite priestess. Bone dragon. Bone scorpion. Carrion crow. Gynosphinx. Jackal the guardian. Keeper of souls. Mortera. Mummified king. Necreza. Pharaoh hound. Pharaoh Khafru. Pharaoh Nefertani. Ferris Ra. Rathaman. Revenant. Satori Gladius. Satite warrior. Skeleton. Skellycat. Tawarite priestess. They have some weird names here. Tawarite priestess. Tomb knight. Tutankhamun. Wall of bones. War sphinx in white. So yeah, Pharaoh Khafru jumps out at me there if he's available. I'm not saying 100% once again. I'm not 100% sure, but I am going to try for it. You can use me as your guinea pig. Please don't throw all your event keys on Monday unless you're 100% sure, like you hear it from somewhere else and they're really, really sure. But if you want to, you can use me as a guinea pig. I'll throw all my event keys, not all of them, but you know, I'll throw a bunch on like Tuesday because I can't stream Monday. And I'll see if I can get it, and then if I can get it, you know that you can get it. So similar to the new Mythic, like, let us get it first, let us try it out first, and then you can decide if you think it's good enough for you to throw all your keys for. That's what we're here for. Alright, weapons in the Soul Forge. At least most of them, some of them, I'll let you know. Bloodthirsty Axe, Bone Shield, Bone Cutter, Creeping Death, Dead Gauntlet, Doomed Helm, Doomed Tome, Duskbringer, Eye of Zathenos, Capesh of Misery, Phylactery, Scarab Blade, Scythe of Khetar, Stone Cutter, Tomb Lord's Crook, and Withering Touch. I don't know, unless there's something there that, like, Phylactery is a soul farming weapon that we don't really use too much anymore. Dustbringer you can't get through the Soul Forge like that anyway. Unless there's something there that's an ingredient to something that I'm not thinking about, then I don't really see anything too great. But there might be. You might want to look into like Red Macacal and some of those weapons that I think that's not. I think we're looking for a different kingdom, not Khetar, right? So mostly Pharaoh Khafru there for it being Khetar. All right. So week after next is the part for Ruby weapons, so it's not Khetar. All right, let me run another one of these here while we finish these up. All right, new troops. On Monday, from Khetar, we have Barrow Lord. You can just wheel him out. Arcane Spirit, base rarity epic, troop type undead knight, troop roll striker. Had to bend over to get my controller. That was that noise. The old man noise. Arcane Spirit, base rarity epic, troop type undead knight, troop roll striker. E is on the thumbnail. He's that skeleton with the shield. Looks pretty cool. The spell is Ancient Shield. Deal magic plus 4 damage to an enemy. If they are a boss, deal 3 times to 5 times damage. Based on my ascensions, gain barrier. He's the shiny troop. The shiny spell is deal magic plus 4 damage to an enemy. If they are a boss, deal 3 times to 5 times damage. Based on my ascensions, gain barrier and 10 armor. So if you shine him up, he gains 10 armor and barrier instead of just barrier. Mana color blue, purple, mana cost 12. So it's a boss killer that gains barrier, basically. I mean, at least it's got something. You could put it in first slot if you want. I don't know if that's the best spot for it, but because you're not going to be like killing the entire enemy team with just the Barrow Lord, so you might not have him in first slot. But it's cool that he gains barrier. It's something. Trait number 1, Undying. Trait number 2, Armored. 25% skull reduction. Trait number 3 is God Slayer. That is why he is the raid troop. And kill the boss. Also on Monday from Khetar, we have Vault Guard. It's all my vault. Arcane Shield, base rarity ultra rare. Troop type undead knight, troop roll striker. Another skeleton. He looks like he's from Egypt or something. He's got like golden Egyptian armor type of deal. Chilling Touch is the spell. Deal magic plus 2 damage to an enemy, then freeze and death mark them. So we got a couple single target. Not a big fan. Mana color blue-brown, mana cost 12. Trait number 1, Undead Shield. Trait number 2, Undying. And trait number 3, Armored. If you're just going to do single target damage, you really got to do something else too. You know? Like something really good. Like just freezing and death marking something that you already almost killed is not the way. It's not it, Chief. Just like hitting something really hard and then gaining barrier is not it, Chief. Yeah? We need to be like looping or instant killing or blowing up the board or something. But they're not like mythics or legendaries or anything, but, you know, Glory Shop Troop and Raid Troop, I think. On Friday, from Groshnock, we're getting Tusk Raider. Dental Appointment, it says. Arcane Blood, base rarity rare. Troop type Orc, Troop roll Striker. It's an orc with some big tusks coming out of its mouth. It's got red hair, maybe brown. It's got like some sort of weapon there. I can't even tell what it is. He's green. He's got nipple rings. They love nipples. These artists love their nipples. Brutish Blow. Brutish the Barber Beefcake Blow. Deal magic +2 damage to a random enemy, boosted by skulls. Deal magic +2 damage to 2 random enemies, boosted by skulls. That was hard to say. Deal magic +2 damage to 2 random enemies, boosted by skulls. Mana color blue-red, mana cost 11. Trait number 1 is Bounty Hunter. Trait number 2 is Orc Fury. That's just gain 3 attack when I take damage. Trait number 3 is Bloodlust. Become enraged when enemy dies. So that's the Bounty Troop. It's blue-red. Same as Tesla, so But you could be using something else like Queen Beatrix or Red Macaco or Stellarix, so... But a lot of those use blue and red too. So that's all the new troops. I guess we're not getting like a new troop for Legends Reborn. What the heck is Legends Reborn then? Is it like a rework? I should know these things. I'm stupid. I guess we'll see on Monday. Weapon spoilers. They just like, they put weird, they do holiday events, they do Kingdom Passes, they do Legends Reborn. They got all these weird events that only come around every once in a while that I kind of get confused on which one's which. Alright, weapons. Monday, September 9th. From Khetar, we have Bone Cutter. Rarity Legendary. Weapon type Sword. Weapon roll Striker. Mana color green-yellow. Mana cost 14. The spell explodes. Magic +1 blue gems. Grant a random status effect to all Khetar allies, then summon a Khetar troop. It has gain 4 armor, gain 4 souls, deal 5 damage to the first enemy, and create a Bone Storm. So it's an explodey Khetar weapon that summons a Khetar troop and gives a positive status effect to Khetar allies. And that's it. So that'll be through the raid event. You want to buy up to the weapon. Pet spoilers. Cheryl's here. I'll get to the chat, I'm sorry. Let me finish these spoilers. Looks like it's a pet thing. So yeah, Legends Reborn I think is just a pet thing. You know, they add pets that correspond to troops. Right? And then it's the, hey, you get one with the Dingleberry. Or no, you get one for doing a quest. Isn't it the quest one? Alright, so you get one pet for doing the quest. You get one pet for getting a Dingleberry. You get one pet for buying them with gems. And then there's one you can buy with money. I remember now. It took a little bit to jog my memory. I don't know why they call it Legends Reborn. I think they also like tweak some of the troops from Khetar. That's why they call it that, because mostly it's a pet thing. I think they call it like Pets Reborn or something, but I think it's because they do tweak the troops from the kingdom. So we're going to see some tweaks to some Khetar troops. I wonder if they already have that out on the website. But anyway, the pets that we're going to get for Legends Reborn. Once again, just to go over it one more time, there's going to be a quest. That'll give you one of the pets, I think. There will be a dingleberry you collect for killing like a certain color troop. That'll give you one of the pets. There's going to be one that you can buy with gems. And then there's going to be one you can buy with money. I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. All right, here we go. Monday, September 9th from Karakoth. We have A, B, C, D, E, F, G is Thallus. Sorry, the first one's horrible. It's that C, T, H, Y, R, Y, Z, Y, X. It's their pet, of course. And that's really hard to say. How would you even say that? Therizix? Thallus. Therizix Thallus, I guess. I think it's supposed to be a chalice. So is it Charizix? Charizix Chalice? Do you just, like, not pronounce the T's? Charizix Chalice, I guess. So it's like a chalice with, like, a monster coming out of it or something. I don't know. Pet color purple, affect single troop bonus for Chizrizix. Somebody tell me how to say that. They're giving him a chalice, so I'm guessing it's a ch, unless they're just being funny. So Charizix. I'm pretty good at pronouncing things. You can go other places and they're horrible at pronouncing. I get it right a lot of the time, but sometimes I don't. You know, Scarab. What's the other one I always get wrong? Also on Monday from Karakoth, we got Dralax Daemon Spawn. It's just like a little weird, I don't even know what to call it, eldritch, like an eldritch bat puppy thing. It's weird. It's green. Pet color blue, single troop bonus for Deathlock Dralic. Other places, you know, I'm talking about. Rowan. Another one on Monday from Karakoth. We have Horror's Hound. That's an easy one to say, finally. Horror's Hound. It is a dog that is horrible. He's blowing fire out of his face. Pet color red, single troop bonus for Ancient Horror. Also on Monday from Karakoth, we have Medea's Minion. They had to do like the thing where it's like MMHHDDCC. Medea's Minion. It's a little like troll guy. He looks like a little trolls from back in the day with the hair, except for he's got like some tusks, some big teeth. Purple is the pet color, single troop bonus for Medea. So will any of those really matter? We got Charizix, we got Deathlock Dralic, we got Ancient Horror, and we got Medea. It might make Medea, like, very slightly better, but other than that, they seem to always give the pets to, like, crappy troops. Except for, like, Tina's pet. I think Tesla has a pet. Like, they did good with Adana. But look at Khetar. They did Charizix, Deathlock Dralic, Ancient Horror, and Medea. And that's it. So yeah, that's what Legends Reborn is. I'm more sure than ever now. There's a quest, you get a pet. There's a dingleberry you collect, you get a pet. You buy one with gems, and then there's one you can pay for. And the one you can pay for is probably the Deathlock Dralic one, right? Because it's the mythic. The one that you're gonna get for the quest is probably Ancient Horror. The one you're going to get for the Dingleberry is probably Charizix. The one you're going to get with gems is probably Medea. I'm just guessing. So the one that nobody's going to get unless they pay for it is Dralic's Daemon Spawn. Probably. These are educated guesses. Alright, I'm not going to run another one because we just got Kingdom Power and it will, like, I'll be done before it's over, so. Max Kingdom Power. We should have a Khetar, right? A lot of Khetar stuff happening. On the 9th of September, Khetar Kingdom Power goes to 30. And that's a good one. That's a stat. That means it's like okay to invest in Khetar at some point. Of course, you got to check the other kingdoms that use that same color, because some of them might be better. But The best kingdoms to go like super far in are the ones that can get to power 30. On the 13th of September, Groshnok Kingdom power goes to 27. So we're getting another one there. But that's just 27. 30 is more exciting. Alright, so that was the spoilers. Hey, Chad with the 2, Mark with the 2. Thank you so much. You guys are legends. Running out there, starting her up. You know how it goes. We gotta start it. Gotta start it. We don't want the train to get sold to somebody. What if I go into foreclosure on our train? What if I can't pay? What if I can't put tags on it? What if we get pulled over? You know? We gotta keep it going. Let's see what y'all are saying now that we're done with spoilers. Mr. Z says, don't spam any buttons before the victory screen. Wait for the shield thing to drop. Exactly. No spamming the ham, says Rydia. Mark says, I beat Underspire last night. Took forever. Definitely slow this week. Yeah, I've been... Ever since the update, I've been, like, slacking again. It was going so well. Like, last week, I crushed it. Just, like, takes me out of it when something's not fair. You know? I don't know. It just makes me not want to play at all. Classic says Tusken Raider and people. Professor says week after next is last part for Ruby Weapon. That's good to know. Everybody should have the Ruby Weapon. Unless you just started the game, I guess. Michael says, what's better, old mythics with built spells or new mythic with spell built with the new gym mechanics? I mean, there's some good ones and there's some bad ones. Like the Pharaoh Khafru and the Takshaka with the new... So Takshaka's a good example of one that uses the new heroic gems. That's really good. But then you got like High King Irongut, who's still really good, who doesn't use the heroic gems. So it just depends on like what the spell is, what the traits are. It doesn't really... Like there's some oldies but goodies, and then there's some new ones that are really good too, so... I don't know, it depends. It's more based on like... You know, you don't want a mythic that's just doing like single target damage and then it stops and does nothing else. You don't want one like Aguara that just buffs and then gives its turn to the enemy. You know, you want a mythic where it's like killing something or doing like super heavy damage to the entire other team, or like looping or instant killing or making tons of mana back. Like Arachnian Weaver will blow up the entire board and it can summon a web spinner. Like Arachnian Weaver is a really good mythic, you know. We can look at, like, Aguara is not a good mythic. We go to base rarity. So here's the newest mythic in the game right here, and it's not good. And it's using a new mechanic. It's using the choose mechanic. As soon as you cast this, it's now the enemy's turn, and you didn't gain very much, for real. And you can do this other ways with, like, Legendary, like Empress. I think Empress has a chance at an extra turn. That's why Empress is good, and people use Empress. It does the second choice, but it also has a chance at an extra turn. It has a lower mana cost, you know. So if there's something that's a legendary that's better than a mythic, then the mythic's obviously not that good, you know. But then you have really old mythics like Arachnian Weaver. 20 mana cost. It already costs less than Aguara. It webs all enemies. It deals true damage to the last two enemies. If they die, it explodes 15 gems. It has a 75% chance to summon a web spinner when an enemy dies. That's like one of the best summons in the game, because you get an actually good legendary. And it's a 75% chance, not like 25 or 15 or something. It's a high chance. It's impervious, so it can't be hit with like Lycanthropy or Devour. It's stealthy, so it can't be hit. It can't be chosen as a target for spell damage. So this is like an example of a really good mythic. And then Aguara is like an example of not a good mythic. No good traits. And it just hands the turn to the enemy after doing something that's not even that special that a legendary can do. I'm sighing because of IRL, not because of you guys. Good morning, Goody. Lots of nature deeds and Imperial this week, you said? Nature deeds are good. It's the second kingdom you want to do, is a green one. Well, we could take another, like, what's another new mythic that uses, like, the, what's another newer mythic? And we can compare it to, like, a good older mythic. Gravanga's not bad. Guardian of Law is not terrible. They're not great, though, either. Got all those Immortals. Oh, like Virago's pretty new. Let's look at Virago. You guys want to hear these kids scream again? I think they're too far now. Hold on. Hopefully we won't have that anymore after I move. I don't know if you heard them that time. They decided to not scream. But yeah, if you take a look at, what's her name? Virago. It's a newer mythic. It's in the last, like, 6 months, last 4 months, whatever. Barrier and enchant all allies gain life. That's, like, such a short spell, just looking at it. Seems short, right? And then it has no good traits. I mean, it's a little bit like Holy Armor and Spell Armor is okay, but you kind of want that on like a Legendary or something easier to get than a Mythic. Like, there's Mythics with 80% Skull Reduction. There's Legendaries with like 75% Spell Reduction. So that's not like a good enough perk for a Mythic. And then like their third, you can usually look at their third trait. If their third trait isn't great, then they're probably not a good mythic. Give 4 life to all green allies and matching green gem. You know? Matching green. Life is like the worst stat, first of all. So the best thing it's going to do, it's going to barrier and enchant all your allies. Some of these mythics are for like, if you're losing, and hopefully you're never like losing. Like Virago and Aguara feel like, hey, if you're losing all the time and you stink at the game, these might help you. If you're in like a really long, hard battle that you're going back and forth, you know, most people are Stellarix and win, or looping them to death, or instant killing, or you're hoping you don't have to sit there and barrier your whole team and chant your whole team. You hope you don't have to like build your life up to 1,000 or something. Like, you're hoping that you don't have to do that. So. But Virago's an example of a newer one that is poopy. Then you have something like Zul'Goth that's really good. Instant kill. I know this is like a different kind of mythic. It's a boss troop, but it's the first one I saw. Instant kill. They're dead. Burn and freeze everybody on the other team. Create enough skulls to probably kill something else, or at least hurt them really bad. If you pair it with the right thing, like Centurigon or High King Irongut, those skulls will be put to use. You know, it's impervious. You know, its traits aren't great, but it's just the instant kill and then potential looping, burning and freezing all enemies. It's really good. And it goes well with other things. So that's an example of a good mythic. You know, Tina's a pretty good mythic. It hits almost all, like, hits a bunch of enemies with true damage. And then it gains a ton of armor, almost 100 armor. That's 50% of armor to skull damage, 50% spell reduction. Like, that's a solid mythic right there. It's old, super old. That's a good one. You know, then Sparkinator's a terrible one. He's like in the last year or so. Steal armor from all enemies, not even all their armor. Like Megavore, a really old mythic, can strip an entire enemy team armor, right? I'm pretty sure. Create 10 bomb gems, who cares? Then explode a random gem. 1 gem. Then it has no good traits. 25% on a mythic. This thing is horrible. I mean, it gets the armor, it steals the armor, but I don't like tank mythics. Like, they just make the battles take longer. It's another one of those, like, if you're losing, Why don't you use Queen Beatrix or King Gobtruffle or Rowan or something to where you're not losing? That's an example of a bad one. But anyway, I don't know. I think I made my point, kinda. Like, good mythics are gonna do instant kills or loop or hit something really hard and then blow up the board, or they're gonna have awesome traits. Usually you can tell by like their third trait. A good mythic usually has a really good third trait, and then it's doing something other than just single target damage. It's mana generating and doing damage, or it's looping, it has an extra turn on it or something, or it's instant killing, or sand people? Cheryl. Goody says I misuse anything PvP. I just want to use the same stuff for everything. Mark says Weaver is hard to play against in PvP with that targeting trait. It has annoying to play against. Yeah, it's annoying to play against too. It's good on defense too. Alright, what are we going to do today? I guess it's Vault Event. Man, I got some other crap I need to do too, like Tower of Doom. I never made it all the way to where I wanted to go. Underspire, I was trying, and then I kind of gave up. Not really. I mean, I'm not like giving up, but I really need to get going like today. I'm on the 5th boss. Maybe we can do a little bit of this. I can show you. Like, this team's still working. It's just getting a little bit slow. But it's still working. I guess I'll buy my torches. I'll try. It's like the Vault Event right now is annoying, so I guess I might as well do the Underspire. Alright, I gotta make sure I have Nisha on, because it really needs Nisha. Okay, yes. I put this team out on Monday, and I'm still using it. I told y'all to, like, check back in, see if I'm still using it, and I am. And it's just like you're trying to loop. It doesn't hit super hard, but if you can keep it looping... I haven't died yet or anything. I'm getting slightly disappointed in how much damage it's doing now, yeah? But we knew that was going to happen. It's not, like, surprising. That's why we don't use her very often. She doesn't hit very hard, and she doesn't loop very good. But we didn't have, like, a ton of good options, so she was one of the best options this week. Get up our Forest Troll. There's not a lot of green on the board, so that sucks. I think I'm just gonna... Let's do this. We need a bunch of green. Let's do this. That didn't really help. Take the brown. We got some green now. 11's pretty good. Alright. I should have just cast her. She did not loop there. Let's just take Skulls. We are pretty deep, though. We're almost to the 5th boss. It's about where it usually gets a little bit harder. Like, most people can beat the 4th boss, but the 5th boss is kind of where it starts to get hard. Alright. Let's just do this. We just looped. We looped again. Bang, hopefully. But we lost our loop. I think we got it still, right there. We're about to lose it. I'll just do Skulls. Get a kill. They always ruin my alignment for this. I feel like they do it on purpose. Okay, we don't have alignment again. Let's just take some blue, I guess. Forest Troll. It's like a semi-loop. Here we go. Like, everything on our team has a way to put green on the board, basically. Every single thing. This puts green on the board, right? This puts green on the board. This puts green on the board. And this puts green on the board. So everything on our team's putting green on the board. Old Mythics, I don't know. Like I said, Takshaka's good. Pharaoh Khafru is good. What's another good one we got recently? But it's always been about the same. It hasn't really changed. You know, 75% of the Mythics are not going to be good. and 25% are going to be good. So if we get four new mythics, one of them's going to be good, and that's how it's always been. But yeah, the heroic gems are just like a new way to make new troops, really. I don't know if they're better. Like if a mythic is put in and it's based on a web gem, like who cares, right? Like the newest mythic is it has like a spirit gem on its third trait instead of like something better. Like that didn't help it. The heroic gems aren't always helping the new mythics. Sometimes they are though, like Takshaka, the heroic gem helped Takshaka become better. Pharaoh Khafru he uses like a curse gem, right? So he's good. Let's go through the door. So it's not like, I'm not saying like old mythics are better or new mythics are better. It's just like good mythics are good mythics and bad mythics are bad mythics. Doesn't really matter if they're old or new. It's like, I guess an older mythic has a higher chance of like not being good anymore. I guess you could say that. Just more time has passed and like other things come into the game, so like I'm trying to think of something like Phoenicia. Phoenicia is still really good, but people don't use her anymore because of Stellarix and Diamantina and all the gem dragons and cosmic dragons. Like she used to be like the go-to mythic. You know, Fomag or whatever other people call it. Now, not that many people use her because you can kind of go straight from like Rowan or a cosmic dragon or a gem dragon or like an immortal. You can go to something like that to like Tesla or Queen Beatrix, like all that stuff. You can jump straight from that to like Stellarix instead of like stopping in the middle at a Phoenicia. She kind of gets jumped over these days. If Phoenicia was like an underworld legendary, we would probably still use her, but she's not like, you can't just go get her whenever you want, so she kind of gets skipped over now. But she used to be used all the time, so the only thing about being an old mythic is like higher chance of, you know, becoming obsolete because you've been out so long. Like something, I guess Takshaka kind of got obsoleted right away, and so did Diamantina, so maybe that doesn't matter either. They put out Diamantina, the very next dragon they put out made it obsolete. They put out Takshaka, they put out Pharaoh Khafru, now people don't use Takshaka as much, so maybe I'm like going against my own theory there. Even new mythics can become obsolete, like quickly. So I don't know. I'm spitballing. I'm trying to help. I'm trying to discuss your topic. I like it. Old mythics versus new mythics. Playing devil's advocate with myself. Putting that green up there, we just got to get up our damage dealer. There's some purple. Went to our weapon, though. And brown. Let's do this first. Then this, I guess. There we go. She, like, doesn't loot. She doesn't do enough green to get herself back up sometimes. We got this, though. There she goes. Oh, we got this again. Come on, stupid. Oh, you see I'm winning. It's just not super fast or anything. Classic says, yeah, sorry, I think that reference got away. That dude's name is Tusk Raider, but in Star Wars, the Sand People are called Tusken Raiders. Ah. Yeah, sometimes they do that. They'll make references to, like, Star Wars or Harry Potter. Or... I'm not a big Star Wars dude, and it's not for, like, because I don't like it. It's just, like, I never watched it type of deal. I probably should. You know, I know of it. Like, I know Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader. I know the whole I'm not your father and Chewbacca. I just never sat down and, like, watched all of them all the way through. It's one of my things. I need to do that one day. I've been really wanting to read a book. I haven't read one in a while. I was reading something, but I kind of got bored of it. There's this one book. It's called, like, The Strain or something I got that I might read. Like a horror book. Guillermo del Toro. I think it was like a movie. Wonder if that's any good. Do we have alignment? Yes, we do. Now we can cast Yasmin. They will feel my fury. Your fury is like a tickle. Feel my ticklish fury. You will feel my ticklish fury. My furious tickles. You will feel my furious tickles. My furious tickles will make you pee your pants. It's a debuff. Now you have to change your pants. Now you are embarrassed for peeing your pants. I tickled you so much. Nick is here. What up, Nick? You watched a show called The Strain? Lasted like 2 seasons. Yeah, I think it was like a show or something. I really want to get our co-stars on the mic here. Sana said she heard him last time. Wouldn't that be crazy if you're like, you scream so loud you can be heard on someone's live stream? Wouldn't you be embarrassed of yourself? 147. So highest level will take you to the door. One time the highest level took me to the dragon. It was like in this one. So highest level is always good. 90-something% of the time it'll take you to the door, and sometimes it takes you to the dragon. We got our damage dealer, we might as well. We got another one, we might as well. Damage dealers, let's go. Okay. Might as well, right? Should have took that purple out of there. Do we have it? Okay, we got that. Tickle, tickle. Tickle, tickle. What else? Are you guys using something else? Like, what'd you use, Mark? I feel like I'm tickling them to death. Let's take some green. They will feel my tickles. They will feel my tickles. There we go, come on. 11. Oh yeah! So annoying. Like, I'm anxious about moving and packing and stuff, but I can't wait till I'm like there and everything's unpacked and I don't have to deal with this crap anymore. And I've drove through my new neighborhood like a bunch of times and it's so peaceful. You can, if you drive through this place, you would know right away. You would know right away. It's terrible, it's trash. Just one time. Drive through my neighborhood one time that I live in right now, and you would know it's trash immediately. You wouldn't need to drive through it more than once. Doesn't matter what time of day at all. Any time of day. Any day, any time of day. Drive through here. You can tell it's trash right away. All the time, no matter what. I go to my new neighborhood, and I've drove through there like 10 times, and it's always peaceful, no trash, not like a gang of people standing on the corner, you know. Not like junky trucks full of junk. Nothing. So I can't wait. Less than a month away. And then these people can do whatever they're doing and don't have to worry about thinking about other people anymore. They can just continue not thinking about other people ever. And then I won't care at all because I'll be gone. You know, they might as well not exist. And it'll be great. Na, 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 na. Dang, tickle. Mark says used Immortal and King Everlorn. Okay. Maybe I have to try to switch it up here soon. Like I keep saying, this is working, it's just taking a long time. It was good for the early. It was like faster earlier. I think they'll be cool. I don't know. It can't be worse, you know what I'm saying, Goody? Like, it can't be worse. I can't imagine. I mean, I've said that before. I should not say that. Because then somebody loves to show me how it can be worse whenever I say it can't be worse. So I'm not saying... I'm guessing it probably won't be. Alright, we're still highest level. Should I do a little bit of Vault Event? I'm not trying to hang around all day today because I don't want to crash the game. You'll miss the neighbor rants. I don't think they're going to stop, like, right away. I got all kinds of them, dude. That's just one of them. We got driving. Driving I get pretty passionate about. Slow drivers, people not moving over on an exit. You know. All kinds of driving rants I can do. Grocery store, dentist, mechanic. There's lots of rants. This game right now, freaking crashing during the Vault Event. Pretty terrible. I was just talking about fast food and how fast food sucks these days. Cost a bunch of money for trash. All the workers suck. Alright, I haven't done barely. I really need to play, y'all. Like I said, I don't know. I get, like, super discouraged when the game is crashing and there's a bug or a glitch in the game. It just makes me not want to play. This happened before with something else, and it was the same thing. I just didn't feel like playing. I just want them to fix it, and then I'll play. Yeah, I have a lot of good ones. Ned Flanders. Let's hope not. I want to be left alone. I want peace, and I want to be left alone. I don't want to be, like, trading pies and, you know, jumping each other's cars, and I don't want to do that. Like, if you're getting beat up in the street, I will help you. But other than that, I don't want any interaction. You know, if I looked out my window and a bunch of people are jumping you, I might run out there, or at least call the police. But I don't want to, like, trade pies or sugar or, you know, crap like that. I don't want to jump each other's cars and give each other rides, and no. I would prefer to be left alone and have it be peaceful so I can get stuff done and not worry about other people that aren't even my family members. But yeah, if you're getting if you're getting destroyed outside, I might run out there for my neighbor. Let's do a little bit of verse hunting and then I'm gonna get out of here, I think. I almost can't wait because I feel like the viewers go down. Whenever I'm like talking about this kind of stuff, the viewers go down. I know some of y'all love it, but once I, like, hopefully I move and everything gets better, and then, you know, I talk about the game more, I guess. Alright, let's do a little bit of verse farming at least. This one? I'll crash the game on purpose, but I'll say goodbye first this time. I'll show you how to crash it today. We'll crash the train. We already did it yesterday, so you already know it's possible. Why'd I do that? Alright, don't push anything, dummy! I almost did it already. So the game is crashing for me mostly right after the fight, when the game is loading the victory screen. I feel like I do goody, but I think everybody feels like they do, so you can't believe somebody just from them saying it. You would have to ask Mrs. Sinny on that one. Like, get a, you know, opinion from somebody else. If I told you that I have good hands, you know, everybody would say that. So how are you supposed to believe me? But you could ask Mrs. Sinny. Not that she knows firsthand. I'll just tell you I have really good hand-eye coordination. I wish I could have done something with that. Like, what can you do with really good hand-eye coordination? Like, I can throw a ball around my back up into the air like 50 times in a row and never miss it. Like, with one hand. I could probably juggle. I don't know. I can juggle a little bit, too. It's more like with one ball, though. I'm not, like, awesome with 3 balls. I probably could, though. I could probably be a clown. I could be a juggling clown. Maybe I should have been a clown. Maybe I should have been Tom Cruise, like, at the bar. Flipping bottles. But then I, like, played baseball. I don't know. I was okay. I wasn't, like, awesome. So I don't know. I don't know what my skill is. I have really good hand-eye coordination, but I was also not, like, jacking home runs every single time at bat, either. Might have had something to do with, like, a crowd of people watching me or something. I get a little too old now for figure out what my calling is. A little bit too late. Yeah, I have pretty crazy good hand-eye coordination. I don't know what, like, yeah, you could. I'm really good at tying my shoes. I'm really good at putting on my pants. I'm really good at sitting on the toilet. Goody, you have 0 fighting skills. Hey, sometimes you don't need them. Especially these days. I don't box, I send shots. You know? Pro dart player? Maybe. It's more of like I can catch really good. I don't know about... I can throw good too, but... Like, I'm a good... Like, I can catch every time. I could have been a receiver, but I was like, I'm too short. You know, I'm like an average-sized man. And, like, professional athletes are giant. What up, Nick? What? Huh? Huh? What? Huh? Who? Alright, so I'm farming verses right now, but I'm also trying not to crash the game. We just got a mythic boss chest. Maybe I should be a singer. Wasn't Tom Cruise the guy that was like the bar guy and he's flipping bottles and stuff? What I mean by what? I said lots of stuff. Oh, are you saying the suspect thing I'm good at catching? Maybe that's what you're saying. Yeah, maybe I'm a good at pew pew. Cocktails. Cocktails and catching. Suspect. Don't push anything right now, right now, right now. Alright, now you can. Alright, anybody have any questions or want to see anything in particular? I'm just glad I streamed today. I just wanted to get one in. I really try to be here for you guys every day, like a show that's on every day, you know. You know, if you want to see something consistently, you can come to this channel. I try to be that. I feel like I do it most times. Now, every once in a while I have to take a day off, but try to be here like a freaking TV show that's on every day for you. A long hour, hour and a half, 2 hour freaking TV show. Tom Cruise movie. Mark says, so will a dragon be in Soulforge to craft on Monday? I heard the mythics will be 2,000 Dragonite for a single Cosmic. That's what I heard too, yeah, and I think they're going to be there on Monday. There was almost one this week, right? And then they took it out, so... Unless something happens with, like, them having to fix whatever bug is going on, I don't know. I can't tell. Nobody probably knows 100% for sure, but I think the plan was to put the dragons in, like, the first one in there in the Soulforge next week. $2,000 Dragonite? That seems about right. You can take a chance and throw 500, or you can save up 2,000 and get it for sure. I mean, that sounds exactly right. 2,000. Now you know what my advice is going to be. It's probably going to be just to save up 2,000 Dragonite. Because how much have you spent, like, getting duplicates? It also depends, like, how many do you have. Like, your first egg, you're not going to save up 2,000. Because you're going to get one you need no matter what. So, like, the more dragons you get, the more it'll be worth it to save up the 2,000 to get the one you need, right? So the worst way you could do it is just buy them all for 2,000. But you also don't want to be, like, getting duplicates over and over and over when you have 5 of them. So it's somewhere in the middle there. Maybe you get, like, 3 or 4 via, like, random eggs. And then you get the last 2 or 3 with the 2,000, the targeting. I think that's going to be the advice from most people. You're not going to just spend 2,000 Dragonite on the very first one you see if you have 0 dragons, right? Because that'd be a mistake. You can just go open an egg and get one that you need right away. If you only have 1 dragon, you should probably open an egg because you have 5. You have a really good chance of getting one that you don't have. If you only have 2 of the dragons, you still have a pretty good chance of getting one that you don't have. So the point where you should start, like, targeting, like, saving the 2,000 and targeting them is probably when you have 3 or 4. Like, even if you have 3 of them, you still have a 50-50 chance of getting one that you need. Well, that might be the point where you would target them down. Like, once you have 4 of them. 4 or 5, something like that. That's how I would do it anyway, if I still needed them. If you only need 1 right now, just save Dragonite, quit opening eggs. I think everybody that only needs 1 or 2 right now should stop opening eggs right now. You should have stopped like 3-4 days ago. As soon as they announced that on the update, you should have stopped opening eggs. Anybody that's opened an egg this week and you only need like 1 dragon, that's very impatient. The maximum amount of time it's going to take is like 12 weeks, right? I mean, I know that sounds like a long time, but if you know 100% you're going to get Stellarix, and you've been getting duplicates over and over and over for months now, yeah? It's kind of like saving your 4,000 diamonds, your 8,000 diamonds for Ironhawk. Saving 2,000 Dragonite for the dragon you need. And then you can also save up the other Dragonite you need for one, because you know you're going to get it. Let's say you just need one Cosmic Dragon. The max it's going to be is 12 weeks. That doesn't mean it's going to be 12 weeks every single time. It could be 1 week, it could be 2 weeks, it could be 3 weeks. So you save up the 2,000 Dragonite, you put it to the side for the dragon you need. You know you're going to get it. And then you save up the other Dragonite for like the weapon and the Stellaryx. Because you're going to need that Dragonite too. If you just keep opening eggs, you're going to have 0 Dragonite. And it'd be smarter to like save up the 2,000 for the one that you definitely need, and then on top of the 2,000 you start saving for the next stuff because you know you're getting it. It's just a matter of time. So then once it finally pops up in the Soul Forge, you get Stellaryx because you save Dragonite. You need a certain amount, even if you get the dragon you need, you still need a certain amount to do the weapons and to get the Stellaryx. So like 12 weeks might be how many weeks you would need anyway. So it'd be very, very impatient to just like keep opening eggs if you only need one dragon. That's crazy. Yeah, same here, Mark. It only took me 10. Only took me 10 eggs to get Stellaryx. I don't know, like, I feel like it was weighted. I feel like sometimes they do things in this game and, like, no one ever catches them. People always think that about, like, Vault Keys and Vault Event, which right now they might be doing that with the bug. Maybe they did that bug on purpose. No one will ever know if they did or didn't. Like, oopsie! If one dev is in there and they oops-a-daisy, and nobody knows if it was a mistake or not, they could have did it on purpose and no one would ever know. But I feel like right when Stellaryx came out, it was easier to get. Because Diamantina was like really, like a lot of people had a lot of trouble with Diamantina. So they were like trying to put salve on the wound or whatever you say. Like, oh yeah, we just made it take forever for you to get Diamantina. Well, if you have enough right now, you can get Stellaryx. We'll make it easy for you. But if you don't get it right now, it's going to be just as hard. Your alt's name is Oopsie Daisy? That's a good name. I'm very slowly farming verses right now because I'm trying not to crash the game in case you guys have anything you want to see or any questions. Tomorrow we have Puzzle Quest 3. I haven't been saying it. I started the week strong, like promoting that, and then I kind of farted out at the end of the week. Like, now's the best time to be saying it, too. Like, I don't think I mentioned it once yesterday. And then we didn't even stream on Thursday. And it was EverQuest on Wednesday. So, I really, dropped the ball there. But Puzzle Quest 3 tomorrow. It's my second, it's part 2. And I still haven't looked up anything. I gotta at least watch something today. I gotta at least look at the game and watch something today. I can't... I'm not gonna go into tomorrow, like, just as blind as I went in the first time. I really don't want to. I mean, it wouldn't be the end of the world if I did, but... I'd like to, like, have a little bit more knowledge about the game before I stream it tomorrow. Like, obviously, the moves that the game tells you to do are probably not the best moves. Like, I already know that from Gems of War. Like, the best move is not always what they're going to recommend. But I was still, like, learning the game, so I didn't mind taking the moves they recommended just to, like, get the feel for the game at first. I didn't even know how to use my special move for real. I guess you gotta click on the you gotta, like, click on a gem. Which in this game, you don't, like, click on the gem. You don't really, like, choose a... You don't, like... I don't know. Usually you cast a spell and then you choose a gem. Mark says I've done 8 gaps and have 175 keys so far. It's definitely slower, but I have to... Yeah, you're gonna just, like, come out with extra keys pretty much, so you're doing the right thing. It's more of a motivation issue for me. I could. It's not impossible. I could be farming right now. I could be farming vault keys. I probably will at least a little bit. But like on stream, I definitely don't want to like crash my stream. It's like more of a mental like motivation issue right now. For some reason when, I don't know, it just makes me annoyed and I don't want to play. Whenever there's a bug in the game, a glitch in the game. It's like me protesting or something. Oh, if you're not gonna fix your game, I'm not gonna play it type of deal. Even though nobody cares whether I play it or not. But in my own head, it's like, why would I play this game when it's so glitched out and buggy right now? But you might be getting extra keys because they might do another vault event. They might do a bonus vault event. If they're going to do the right thing, they're going to do a bonus vault event, like next weekend or something. But they might not be able to do it immediately. I don't know. Sometimes they got Legends Reborn next week. They're going to make excuses, and they're not going to do it right away. So, I don't know. Or if they do it, it's going to be during another event. They're going to have, like, Bounty and Vault event. And then you're going to have to choose. Yeah, Puzzle Quest 3 looks interesting so far. Looks interesting. It's fun to stream it so far. It's doing okay as far as that goes. It's like kind of doing okay. I didn't really promote it very good for the first one, so I'm kind of like not judging it harshly. But it will be judged harshly pretty soon. Like I'll probably give it at least 2 more streams, you know? I think right now it's got at least 2 more in it. Like this Sunday, the next Sunday. But I'm not gonna like give it 10 streams off the bat. It's gonna have to perform at least decent enough. And it's like whatever, I don't care either way. It's not like I have stock in Puzzle Quest 3, or it's not like a game I'm known for, been playing for a long time. It's not like people subscribe to me for Puzzle Quest 3, you know. There's like no reason for me to like not stop playing it if it doesn't work out. Like it's not like a threat. It's not like me, oh, I just won't play it then. It's just like a fact. Like if it doesn't do good, I'm just not gonna play it. Like why would I? We can try something else. I'm not gonna like take my ball and go home and not play anything. I'm just gonna try something else. Like if Puzzle Quest 3 doesn't work, we'll just try something else. That's what the point is. The crappy thing is, like, if my people that support me the most, I know you can't do, like, more. You can't do more than you're already doing, so we really got to capture, like, those extra people, which is hard for you guys to, like, go and do. The only thing you can do is, like, share it out, I guess. Make sure you're there every single time. Make sure you're there the whole time. Make sure you hit like. Make sure you do whatever you can do. Share it out. But yeah, Marvel Puzzle Quest is probably the next thing. I have no idea what's after that. I kind of want to try a game called Lethal Company. But it's not like, I don't know, just for fun. I wouldn't think it would, like, blow our channel up or anything. Hey, Dregor, what's up, man? I think I'm almost done here, but it's good to see ya. I don't feel like I'm, like, doing much. Not making progress. I don't feel like I'm doing too much right now, so... Like, share, subscribe, consider joining, it helps a lot. Tell your guild about the channel, comment below. And I will see y'all next time. Tomorrow is Puzzle Quest 3. We'll see what's up. Tomorrow will be very important for it. You know, the first week I'm not trying to judge it too harshly, like I said. But tomorrow is the first time we're going to judge it harshly. It's going to be based on views. It's going to be based on support. It's going to be if we play it tomorrow and we have 50 people there, like that'll be like, you know what I mean? Like it can be something. Doesn't have to be like somebody comes in and gives me $100. Like it doesn't have to be that. If there's 50 people there tomorrow, I will keep playing it. If it gets 500 views in like a week, I will keep playing it. You know? But if not, we won't. It is what it is. But yeah, I better get out of here. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. Good luck in the vault event. I think anything you're doing right now is probably just some bonus vault keys. They gotta do something. If they don't, though, don't blame. Like, do it. Don't be like me and just get all unmotivated because the game's crashing and stuff. Like, you can definitely at least farm verses for the next vault event. And if you're doing gaps and you're doing it good and you're not crashing, then keep doing it. You might be getting bonus vault keys right now, because they got to make up for it somehow. This is the reason they should not do an update during a vault event week. They should never do an update during a Guild Wars week, and they should never do an update during a vault event week. And it's not like those are every single week. We don't even have Guild Wars right now, and vault event is once a month. They couldn't have picked one of the 3 other weeks out of the month to do the update. They just had to do it during the vault event week. That's another thing that makes it weird and suspicious. Like, you could have waited a week. You could have did it last week, the week before that. You could wait 2 weeks. Why you got to do it right now on the vault event weekend? You got to put this update out right this week during vault event, and then you have bugs and glitches that are crashing the game. That's why you shouldn't do it during a vault event. It's simple. Like, even if it was impossible this time. They already know this, though. They already know. They've seen it themselves. They already know. Nobody even has to tell them. You shouldn't do an update on a vault event week. You shouldn't do an update on, like, a Guild Wars week. An important week, you should not do an update. And they did it anyway. They've been, like, playing with fire lately, just doing updates whenever they want. And now it's bit them in the butt. And they already knew this. They shouldn't have done it this week, and they did it anyway. So whatever their stupid reason is, because they'll have some stupid reason. Oh, well, Legends Reborn's next week. We had to put the blah, blah, blah in the game so we could do the blah, blah, blah. You already knew. You could have planned ahead. You've known this for years. There's no good excuse. It doesn't matter what you say. You shouldn't have done an update during a vault event. It's stupid, and you've known this for years. So I don't care what the reason is. It doesn't matter. Because they're going to give you a stupid reason. They're going to say, well, you know, we had to because of this or that. Well, why don't you plan ahead better? You already knew. You knew when your vault event was. You knew you had to do an update. You could have planned it better. It's your own fault. You suck. Don't be blaming us for getting mad that you're crashing the best event in the game. How can you get mad at the players because you made a mistake and now you're crashing your game during the best event in the game? It couldn't have happened during Bounty or Arena. How come the game doesn't crash during Arena? It's always perfectly fine. Oh, it's crashing all of a sudden during a vault event. Oh, we couldn't. Oh, you know. Excuses. They suck. Yeah, they could have done it last week. They could wait a week. Why do they always... They act like it's like they have to. Right now, this is when they're going to say this. This is when the consoles approved it for... Blah, 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 blah. Well, like, don't make it to where they have to approve it during a vault event week. Like, you have something to do with that. I know you're going to put all the blame on the consoles and PlayStation and Xbox, and you're going to say something stupid like that. Well, how about don't submitting it to where it could be approved during a vault event week? How about that, dummy? Just because you're going to push the blame onto somebody else. Well, you know, we submitted this. We submitted this last week, but they didn't approve it till this week, so we had to put it out. We had to put it out this week because that's when PlayStation approved it. Well, then you should have submitted it 3 weeks ago. It's your fault. It's not the console's fault. They're gonna push the blame to the consoles, or they're gonna like say something about how we're overreacting, or they're gonna act like there was nothing they could do about it. That's how they always are. Then they'll send us 50 gems in the mail, like that makes up for it or something. They're good at like twisting their. They're good at like having excuses and making it look like we're overreacting or it's not a big deal or like they couldn't have done anything about it or. And it's like not even that necessary of an update. It was a stupid 8.1. It wasn't like 8.0 where they put in a ton of crap and it was like a really awesome update and they added so much to the game and that's why it's crashing. They barely did anything. They barely did anything and and the game is crashing. They added one recipe to the Soul Forge. They added one recipe to the Soul Forge. They like did something with the quests for beginners, where most of us don't even have quests. So how is that? Is that what's crashing the game? The thing you messed with quests that we don't even have? I don't even have any quests. How's it crashing my game? A recipe, one recipe. You changed you doubled the amount of VP we get for icons if it's the end of a season, which it hasn't even happened yet. What else is there? Like, what did you add that's so crazy that it's crashing the game? You barely did anything. That'd be like getting in your car and sitting in the seat and somehow you blow up your engine. Barely did anything. The update was like a nothing burger. Has anybody said this before? Has anybody said this yet? I just like thought of it. The update was barely anything. They like tweaked a nipple. They did nothing. And they broke their game. On the most important event for everybody. Nobody thinks like Arena's the most important event. Nobody thinks Bounty's the most important event. Almost everybody agrees that the Vault event is the most important event. They tweak their nipple, they do barely anything, and they break their game on Vault event week. They did nothing. They didn't. It's like we added an overworld and we rehauled treasure hunt and we nerfed a bunch of troops and you know, buffed a bunch of troops. We added a whole nother rarity and a whole nother game mode. No, they did none of that. They did nothing. They added a recipe to the Soul Forge and crashed their game. They did one little nipple tweak. That's it. 8.1. Not a 10.0, not a 5.0, not a 2.0, not a 3.0, not a big update. They did barely anything, and they broke their game. Like, why are they even employed still? Why can they keep continuously making mistakes like this and still have a job? That'd be like your only job is to, like, grab a cup, put pop in the cup, and hand it to somebody, and you spill it all over the place on your first try. Every single time you put pop in the cup, you spill it on the floor, and you don't get fired eventually? You can't even do a simple little update, the 8.1? Everybody knows those are nothing. They're nothing burgers. It's a little like hot fix. It's not even really an update. They barely did anything. And they broke their game. Barely doing anything. Way to go. Way to go. You did nothing and you broke your game. And they're gonna act like it's not a big deal. Oh, just don't hit a button. Just make sure you don't hit buttons on your controller. just don't play the game. Duh, stupid. Don't play the game too fast, dummy. Duh, stupid idiot. You've been playing Vault Events the same way for 4 or 5 years now, playing click clacking buttons. Well, stop doing that. Duh, idiot. You're making it crash. I didn't crash your game, dummy. You pushed the button, not me. I don't care. You quit putting the button, duh. Quit pushing the button, stupid. The crash the game button. They have a crash the game button. That's what they added to that's what the update was. They should have, instead of maps, they didn't even know what did you guys remember what the title, what the 8.1 update was called? They didn't even have a name for it. It was called like maps, quests, and more. That'd be like calling it troops, weapons, and buffs. Can y'all hear me now? They're trying to silence me. They turned my mic off. Isn't that weird? You guys think that's weird? They just turned my mic off on me. You know what they did for the update? They did maps, quests, and more. They couldn't even come up with a name for it because it's not an update. It's a poopy hotfix. Nothing. They didn't do an update. They added a crash the button. Crash the game. What is the update? You guys see an update? Where's the update? Tell me where the update is. Where is it? Let's find it together. Hello? Where's the update? Where's the quests at? How do I do these new quests that you put in the game? I don't see any quests. Where's the quests at? How do they flow better? Where's my quests? Oh, where's the recipe? Where's the recipe? Where's the recipe for the new dragon? Where's it at? Oh. Oh. It's not there. Where's it at? Icons? Can I trade icon? No. Can't do it till the season's over. The season's still going on right now. We can't do that either. We're supposed to be able to, like, if you save your icons, you know, when the season's over, like 500 weeks from now. 500 weeks from now, when the PvP season's over, we can trade instead of 10%, 20%. You know, pretty cool when the PvP season's over in like a million years. I don't even know how long it is. You can probably see it like here. So, in 29 days, almost 30 days, that's when we get a little bit more VP for our icons if we don't use them. So that's the other part of the update. That's the other part. What else was there? There was like one other thing. I can't remember now. They added the dragons for the recipe. You get more for icons. And the quest thing. Where's the update? The only thing they did was put a crash the game button into the game on consoles. Yeah, everything starts on Monday, but you know what they actually did? They actually put a crash the game button into the game. That's what they did. That's what their update did. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, the update was unnecessary. It's not even in the game yet. There's nothing you can... We did nothing. Why'd they have to do it? There's nothing here. What did they do besides add a crash the game button? What did they do that we can do right now, except... Like, what did they add to the game with that update that we can do right now, except for the crash the game button that they added? With this awesome 8.1 update that's called Maps, Quests, and More. Weapons, Troops, and Buffs. They couldn't even think of a name for it. It's like, it's so suspicious is what I'm trying to say. I'm starting to get the tinfoil hat. Like, they couldn't wait a week for this tiny little nothing update that did nothing? They had to hurry up and do it this week so they could put a crash the game button into the game? Like, let's go crash it right now. You guys are the best. I'm gonna go crash the game with my crash the game button. After I say goodbye to everybody. At least we had a good rant today. I think this was all building up to the... Nobody's gonna see it, though, because it's at the end of the stream, except for you guys who are awesome. I mean, like, no extra people are gonna see this rant. But... at least you guys got some entertainment at the end. Alright. Thank you for joining me today. Crow, Porter, Supernova, Chad, the Clip Bomb. We got Crow, we got Mark, we got Porters, we got Philip, Jenner, Anita, Mr. Habitos, X, why so mad, LOL. Good comment. Crow, Dragor, Classic, I'm glad I read it. Mark, Anita, we got Cheryl. I love when, like, super smart people come on and leave a comment that's never been seen before in life. We got Mr. Z, we got Classic, we got Nick, Rydia. You could go put that comment on any stream, like, anywhere, all the time. Anita with the gifted, thank you so much, you're the best. Classic, Rydia, Mark. Michael Johnson was here, appreciate it. Good to see ya. Glorfindel contacted me the other day. That's why I don't say he's surfing in Hawaii, because he like contacts me every once in a while, and he's busy and stuff, like he's working a lot or whatever. Just wanted to let you guys know. Glorfindel's out there. We got Rydia, we got Classic, R.E., Michael, Funky Town. Imagine the game you're playing every day. There was like one really good event, and it happened once a month, and you can get everything in the game. You could almost literally just play that event and still make progress. That's how good it is. And imagine they do an update, they add nothing except for crash the game during the best event. That's why so mad. And if you can't understand that, then I'm sorry. Sorry that you're you. Alright, Mark was here first, Professor was here second, Funky Town was here third. I think sometimes people are afraid to come here and say stuff because I will like crush and smash you with my response. But only if you're an a-hole. Anyway, let's crash the game. Alright, I love you guys, you're the best. I'm out of here. Let's go play the update. Let's play the update. Oh, it didn't happen that time. I was trying. They did nothing then. They didn't even add a crash the button. Crash the game button. I'm trying.